Jeffrey here, we're back to a new Owl House episode review. And if you haven't watched one, go and check it out. And we are back with the final two episodes of season 2 of the Owl House. Yes, we are doing the final two episodes of the second season. And yeah, this was an absolute amazing season finale, I can just say for sure. I can just say for sure. And it starts with the door, that Philip, been working on to get back to the human world. And we see the Collector as well, talking with Bellows and saying that his patience will be rewarding to the Collector. And yeah, we see everybody getting ready for the Day of Unity. And of course we see Amity's horrible mom, of what she's doing. Which, yeah, I still don't like her. And Amity and her siblings are just trying to have to convince her mom, tell her mom somehow about the Day of Unity, of what it's really going to be. I mean, in the draining spell. And, there's no way she's going to listen, even to her own kids. She's just obsessed with power. And, yeah, her dad, which I really do like Amity's dad. He's really come around, being a good person, I would say. But of course, she's not listening to her own husband either. Yeah, that's just horrible. And of course, her siblings end up getting taken by her own mom. And yeah, of course, Amity is very angry with her mom. And of course, Amity gets grounded. And, why does she even listen to her mom anymore? That's what I want to know. Her mom is just pure evil, along with Bellows. And, yeah, we see Luce and all of the cat covent, which I still like that name. And, yeah, she's just very worried about Amity. Luce is just worried about Amity and being told that she was grounded. And yeah, Kang's got these disguises for them to have, to pretend to be like the guards. And of course, Ada is trying to tell Kang to keep this whole Titan thing a secret. And yeah, they're all forming a plan which revolves around Ada and her whole curse. And how they're going and exploring more of the plan, which seems like it's a quite interesting plan, I would say, for sure. I understand that Lilith is trying to want to help too, because she's got the curse too. But Ada does mention she has not had the curse longer than Ada herself. So I can understand both of them. And she is not scared though. Ada is definitely not scared at all. And yeah, we just seen King and Luce just looking out side, and yeah, we see that her little thing for her staff is now dried, and it's an egg, which that's a very interesting choice, I would say. But again, it's hers. It is hers, so she gets to decide what it is. And of course, yeah, just saying about the whole go and rescuing your girlfriend, and can just tell from the look on her face. And of course, she's just worried about Ada, right, and this whole plan. Which she says that everything is going to be okay, and we will succeed. I know she's saying if we manage to survive after the Day of Unity, but Ada's like, when we succeed. Just trying to be positive, and telling Rain to promise to keep Ada safe. And he says, I promise. And, of course, doing the whole cat's name, right? Which is just quite funny, because he's like, no, please don't do that again. Which is just funny. And yeah, King and Luce end up getting dropped off with Gus and Willow. And Hunter as well. Which, yeah, Hunter and Gus end up having their own handshake. Which, yeah, really cool. But of course, Hunter is really really not wanting Luce to tell Willow and Gus of what he really is. What they saw in his uncle's mind. He really does not want to tell them. And if he doesn't tell them about him, he won't tell them about what Luce saw. Which, of course, they gotta promise each other. And, yeah, we see the guards getting taken out while Luce gets grabbed, but Hunter comes to save the day. And, yeah, really awesome that these guys are together. And then Luce sees Amity in the window. And, of course, Amity is just trying to fix her phone. Her phone, which I'm guessing is like a phone, because being able to send text. But of course her mom had to destroy it, had to break it. Of course her very terrible mom had to destroy it. I mean, what else is she gonna do? Yeah, like what else is she gonna do? Like, again, Amity's mom is just a pain in my rear. That's all I can just say. And yeah, she's just talking to her siblings, which of course they're grounded too. Which, yeah, she's just saying of what she would tell to Luce. And Luce actually overhears and says, I would say the same thing. Which of course they grab each other. And yeah, we actually see, this was very shocking. And I was not expecting it. But Amity and Luce actually kiss, not on the cheek like we've seen before, but actually lip to lip. Lips to lips, that they actually kiss each other. And she's like, crikey. Actually says, crikey. But that was very wholesome, I would say. That was very beautiful, I would say. And yeah, showing that, of course, not alone. Amity is not alone. She's got companions. And, like I said, that was just a very wholesome moment, I would say. But yeah, we see Ada drinking her elixirs, and yeah, even giving a whole, illusion type thing, where she able to make herself an illusion like Rain, even taking her head off, disguised as him, and even putting the sigil on her hand. And yeah, we see the gang meeting up back with Amity's mom and putting on their disguises and telling King to stay put. And yeah, King is overhearing voices, which is, I think, the Collector. It sounds like the Collector he's overhearing. And then he sees this trial of rappers. And then Amity's mom presents this new abomination creature, which fits very well for that lady. Like, yeah, it fits very well for her. And yeah, then Amity and them see this workroom and sees of how much of a mess it is. But then they end up getting caught by Amity's mom, and of course she recognizes especially one of their voices. And yeah, their cover's been blown. And we see this other guy being taken away when Ada and the others arrive. And yeah, we see Amity's dad just aiding. So apparently he was the one that left the trail. And he's actually talking to King, but he doesn't think it's King just because of disguise. And he actually gets told the truth. Again, thankfully it's his dad. Or thankfully it's Amity's dad. Because again, I like Amity's dad a lot more than Amity's mom. Because again, Amity's mom is a brat. I'm just saying. But just how she is in this, how she's been, I really just do not like her. When she's on screen, just how she is. I like Amity's dad a lot more. He's such a really cool character. Like, he's gotten a lot more better, I would say. But yeah, he gets told the truth about the day of, the whole day that is about to come. Like, yeah, of how things are going to get a lot worse. The day of Unity is going to be getting a lot worse than he actually thought. And yeah, we say they're all captured. And yeah, Amity's siblings get captured as well. And, of course, yeah, Amity is doing the right thing, talking back at her mom. I mean, she needs to yell at her. I mean, she just needs to talk some sense, though, because her mom is working on the wrong side. And, of course, yeah, Los is just trying to get it through her thick head. Amity's mom's thick head of what she's doing. And, yeah, she gets angry and saying that you are not going to mess with my Los, right? And you're not going to make me date anybody else because she chose her life partner. She's not going to make her mom decide who else she's going to do because she chooses Los. She chose Los. So, I mean, way to go, Amity. I mean, she is trying to break free from the force field. And, of course, the other lady is just, again, I cannot always seem to remember her name, but you know, she is going to be very pleased to give Hunter to the Emperor so he can be ripped to shreds. And apparently, yeah, he's got like eyes and ears everywhere. Like he already knows where Ada and them are. And yeah, they managed to break out, and yeah, it was from the help of King and Amity's dad. And of course, Amity's mom knew about this, knew about the draining spell, knew about the day of, knew about the day to come. Like, and of course, yeah, Amity's dad is just very angry. Like, this is a very wholesome moment, I can just say. And, of course, he ends up fighting her own husband, and he ends up fighting his own wife as well. I mean, at least the dad is on the good side, at least. And, yeah, they end up fighting and getting the remote taken. And Hunter ends up getting taken as well, and Willow tries to save Hunter, but, yeah, then we see a big beam that comes out of the factory, and yeah, they end up taking Hunter away. And yeah, the others get surrounded. And yeah, Amity is like, I'm done talking to you, to her mom. Like, I am through talking to you. Like, I'm not talking to you ever again, type stuff. I mean, I can understand Amity. What she is capable of helping the Emperor and, trying to get Amity to choose somebody else to love. I mean, Amity has her own life. She can choose. She is very capable of choosing things for her own. She always does not need to, be told stuff, right? Like, Amity's doing the right thing at least. And even her dad is, again, on the right side. And just helping as well, and taking out those guards, those, other creatures that they've been making. And yeah, of course, she is just willing to not give up. And of course, they're all here to fight too. Which, of course, he says that he quits, and she leaves. Which, that was the right choice. Which then they head to the blimp. And yeah, Amity's dad actually says to Los that she is welcomed to his house anytime. It turns out it's not Los. It's Hunter. It was just an illusion, making it seem like it was Hunter got taken. But that means, yeah, when Gus is just worn out, they're like, that means Los is being taken to the Emperor. Yeah, Los is being taken to the Emperor. I mean, Gus said that she did it to protect them. Oh no. Then we have now the second part of the Season 2 finale. And, I could just say I felt goosebumps at the end and felt like my lips were shaking. Like I just felt so much emotion at this ending of this season. And yeah, the second part starts with King waking from another dream, or having another dream, and he has Emperor Bellows talking to the Collector. yeah, talking to the collector, and when he wakes up, yeah, they're all okay, but they're just everybody is getting upset, especially with Los being captured and taken to Belos, and yeah, they all start arguing, which then all of the little animals, creatures have an idea, which yeah, giving them some food, which yeah, they're like, we're all exhausted, we're all tired, let's just like relax for a bit and focus on saving Los. Which yeah, they're all eating. Again, I like that Gus and Hunter doing a handshake together. And yeah, even getting Hunter to own the steering wheel, which is really good for Amity's dad. And yeah, apparently I guess this is actually Amity realizes why her dad actually calls her Mittens. Because yeah, it makes some of these mittens like when she was a kid. And yeah, we see all these people gathering together, and we see Emperor Belos or Philip getting everyone ready for the Day of Unity. And yeah, this is very chilling, I can just say. I'm sewing with the Titan, and with these two things aligning with each other. And yeah, we see Adolin, or Lilith, and yeah, Ada just coming back to Rain, and yeah, we say all of them are all prepared, and of course, yeah, Ada is just saying that she's gonna be alright, that she's gonna be okay, and of course Hootie and Lilith are just really, really wanting her to be safe, and yeah, she gets her disguise as Rain, and sees what she thought when it came to her friends, leading to just the two of them there, just watching. And yeah, Emperor Belos even mentions that got two other people to join. Which yeah, we have that illusionist guy, and we got that plant witch lady. As of course, that's not surprising. And yeah, Philip, Emperor Belos, forms this sigil on the ground, and using the power of his scepter, causing this beam to come. And yeah, the Collector thinks that they managed to do it very well, and that the Emperor Belos can just release him now. But no, Emperor Belos says that he needed the rest of the Titan's blood to activate the portal. He ain't gonna let the Collector out. Yeah. And he gets back to his normal clothes. Belos gets back to... Philip goes back to his normal clothes that we've seen before when it came to, you know, those video things with the whole mouse. And yeah, the portal is activating, and of course the Collector is just getting all angry. Like, he promised. He pinky swore. Like, you can't... That's evil, too. Like, you can't break a pinky swear. That's different, too. Breaking a promise is one thing, but a pinky swear? Yeah, that's even worse. Like, I'm kind of on side with the Collector. Like, yeah, you can just say how evil Belos is. Like, yeah, he just breaks a pinky swear. And that smug look on his face, though. And... yeah, telling, again, her face, you know, that was helping Belos, getting rid of her, pretty much. Yeah, ditching her as well, saying to go into a hole, go into a pit. Like, dang, yeah, he's just betraying all of the people that, well, the people that said that he would help, even the one that was actually helping him the whole time. She even gets betrayed. And yeah, of course, he's like, I helped you. I helped you when it came to everything that you have, the Collector is saying. And yeah, Belos just tosses the artifact that has the Collector down a pit. Like, he does not even give a thing. And yeah, he sees Los. And, of course, Lois tries to use this fire, but, of course, yeah, he ends up slicing it in half. And, yeah, we see their sigils are starting to glow. And, of course, they're disguising themselves because, of course, Amity's mom, of course, had to send in reinforcements to take them in, of course. And Hunter ends up tying this guy up, which he ends up falling, but Willow ends up saving him. And, of course, Amity's dad is like, why do I have to be so stupid? I mean, don't blame yourself, dude. Don't blame yourself. I know, but you were tricked. Think about it. You were tricked. You didn't know about the real day of, the Day of Unity. You didn't know how terrible it was going to be. So, you can't really beat yourself up. And yeah, they end up going down. And, yeah, Rain and Lilith is just waiting. And they see this shadowy figure come, too. Which then, Ada, with her curse, is ending up, causing her hand to fade. And everybody is realizing that their sigils are making them lose less power. Which then, that ridiculous plant witch lady ends up finding out the truth, and of course the illusionist as well. Ada is exposed, and yeah, they end up fighting. We have this fight that ends up happening, and yeah, it doesn't end up going as it would think. Yeah, Rain gets captured, and the others get captured as well. And yeah, Rain ends up getting all the power drained, and all of the lights are glowing. And of course, Los is still fighting with Philip, which pretty much just having to say Philip at this point, right? Not so much Emperor Balos anymore. I mean, yeah, he was Balos, but obviously his real name, Philip. Like this piece of, this villain is, he is so evil. And, of course, grabbing Los, and, of course, he is willing to put her out of her misery. Again, this guy is just pure evil, and trying to say that I can act as your guide. And while she's starting to become stone, pretty much, she's like, I can become your guide, and, because people aren't going to take you seriously now, since times will probably have changed, and ends up throwing Los, and is even willing, again, to just go to help him, to be a guide for him, and willing to let her friends go, and to stop the draining spell. And yeah, she ends up tricking him with this whole sigil of his own, burning it on his hand with the glove. And yeah, the two aligned with each other, and everybody is getting their powers drained from them. And yeah, even that evil plant lady, which finds out that, yeah, they aren't going to paradise, because Rain shakes his head no. Yeah, this is very terrible for all of them. They're all going to die. This is Philip is literally about to kill everybody with this whole draining spell. And yeah, all of the audience as well. And they're sealed in. Yeah, they're sealed in. And then Philip turns into this huge monster form with all these eye-looking things. A very creepy, creature he becomes. And yeah, King is just from the crash. He sees everybody with the crash, and yeah, Amity's dad is willing to let her go, kissing her on the head and telling her to go. And yeah, just seeing all the stuff that is happening here, and even Ada all hurt as well. And just look at this creature, though. Look at what Philip Balos has turned into. Yeah, you gotta appreciate the nightmare fuel kind of design, the nightmare fuel design of this creature. Yeah. This is something that you would probably see from a horror game or movie or something. You gotta give props to it, especially for this airing on something like Disney Channel, or since this is a Disney show, right? You gotta give them props. I mean, I said the same thing with Gravity Falls, with the craziness with Bill Cipher, right? The whole dream demon that he was. Like, you gotta give props for how they were able to allow this to air on TV. Like, yeah, you gotta give props to him. And yeah, he ends up getting brought back, but thanks to Willow, because the others end up following and helping Luce, which Gus is telling King to stay put, which he ends up falling down the stairs, and of course, that lady that was helping Bellows is tells King about there's only one way that can stop the draining spell, and that's the Collector. Which he is nothing that anybody is saying. He's no human or demon. He is a creature beyond the stars. And he is willing to help to stop Bellows. And yeah, using with these whole memory type things too to get to Philip's head. And then seeing Hunter, which of course Hunter is all scared, of course, seeing his uncle. And yeah, they say what the Collector is in, which of course he recognizes. The Collector recognizes King because apparently it was King's dad that was the one that trapped the Collector to begin with. And yeah, again, King is willing to do anything, even promising or saying that they could play a game called the Owl House, and that they would need loads of people, but they need to stop the draining spell. And yeah, he is willing to do it. The Collector is willing to do it, even doing a pinky promise. And yeah, they're activating the whole thing, and Ida is starting to fade. Which then, Rain says, I promised a young woman that I would protect you. Talking about Luce. And takes her hand off, and it fades away, along with he is starting to fade and pretty much die. Like, yeah, this is very crazy. I can just say that, again, this aired on Disney, right? I can just say you gotta give the whole props for it, for sure. And yeah, we see the Collector, like his actual form, the Collector. And yeah, he ends up saying, I could have, if I recalled, you ended up throwing me off of a cliff to Bellows, and ends up just making him Bellows into mush, pretty much. And of course, King is telling the Collector about the whole, Owl House thing. And yeah, he ends up stopping the draining spell, and everybody is all fine. And then he starts tearing things apart, saying that we need an Owl House to be able to play the game. And yeah, of course, Luce is not wanting to go because Ida, everybody, is starting to be pretty much Paris, or, just being gone just because of what the Collector is doing. Like, forget about Bellows. I feel like in the final season 3, the Collector is going to be the true final boss, right? And of course, Amity is telling her that we gotta go. Which, yeah, they say the portal is working. Not for long, though. And, yeah, Luce is willing to stay. Which, of course, King, this part had me heartbreaking. Especially that King is actually letting go of Luce. And, yeah, King ends up being left behind while they get into the human world, and yup, the door stops working. And yeah, they end up going to Luce's mom, and she says that I'm back with Gus and Hunter and Amity and Willow. And that's how the season ends. Whew. Man, this season, though, really hit hard in so many things. So yeah, Philip is pretty much dead, right? He's pretty much dead. And now the Collector is now afraid. And it's going to be causing a lot more horrendous things of what it seems. Like, man, we are in for a time, I can just say, for the final season. Like, we are in for a time for the final season of The Owl House on Season 3. But this season finale was amazing. Like, man, it just hit on so many different levels. And the way that this season ended, like, man, yeah. But yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think. Like I